Two of New Zealand's premier playmakers have been in the news in recent days, folks. Damian McKenzie, currently with the Chiefs, and with Scott Robertson's All Blacks in recent times, has extended his contract with New Zealand Rugby through until 2029. So quite the lengthy contract extension for D-Mac, and Richie Mo'unga, who's off playing his rugby in Japan at the minute, not on contract with New Zealand Rugby, not All Blacks eligible, despite what Razor kind of might have liked to see the rules bent for. He's talked about wanting to kind of go to one more World Cup with the All Blacks. He is under contract in Japan until midway through 2026, so we are not going to see him back in New Zealand anytime in the immediate future, but he will be in time to potentially parachute in ahead of a Rugby World Cup. Should they go with D-Mac or should they go with Richie going forward? Well, it's obviously hard to say because there's still a lot of water to go under the bridge before we get to that point, but you do have to ask yourself if D-Mac's loyalty to New Zealand Rugby is going to be repaid. The fact that he signs through to 2029 shows his commitment, which is what New Zealand Rugby likes. Now, I should say he does have the option for a sabbatical in 2028. Did I write 2018? I am showing my age. 2028. So he could potentially... Goodness me, I'm old. He could potentially just spend a year or half a year in Japan, or do what Geordie Barrett's doing and go somewhere in Europe to play for a big club if he wants to. Probably Japan. That tends to be where they take their sabbaticals these days. So, yes, he's signed through, gets to play at a World Cup. If he gets picked at 2027, have a Super Rugby season off in Japan, and then back in New Zealand right through until the British and Irish Lions tour in 2029. Yes, that is also on the horizon. So that is about as loyal as you can get, because it is a, as I said, lengthy contract extension for D-Mac. Richie, as I mentioned, is enjoying his life in Japan. He was interviewed just the other day in a rather kind of casual setting, but basically made no bones about the fact that he would like to get back in the All Blacks fold, but also that he's really enjoying his time in Japan. Kind of hinted at the fact that he's not under as much pressure, that there are fans that are a bit more chill over in Japan. So he's really got no desire to leave anytime soon. He's really enjoying his rugby. It kind of feels like, back when he was younger in high school, I think is what they mentioned, just, playing for the fun of it, and also probably getting paid pretty bloody well as well. D-Mac turned down those kind of overtures. He certainly could have taken up a similar contract and gone and made a bunch of cash. But what does this mean going forward in terms of the selection? Well, I do think it puts D-Mac one step ahead, just in terms of the pecking order he is with the ABs. And we've seen guys who have been abroad, including D-Mac, come back and have to kind of make their way back through the pecking order, which has been established above them. But then also, in the past, you've seen guys who stayed completely loyal to New Zealand Rugby get immediately surpassed by other players who have come back into the New Zealand Rugby fold. So I don't think there's a guarantee either way. I think it puts you one step ahead to be in New Zealand, but one step is not a lot. If Razor has whoever is the best player available at the time, if that's Richie, I think he will almost certainly jump his way up the pecking order pretty quick smart if he is considered to be the best player for his position. But as I said, there's still a lot of rugby to be played between now and then. I would imagine Richie comes back to New Zealand once his contract is done in 2026, which means he could potentially be available for the All Blacks in the latter period of that year. Then one season of Super Rugby and then into a World Cup. So it would be a pretty short stint in New Zealand before back in black. Basically, he'd be basically on the fast track. D-Mac is in New Zealand for the long term, so his spot in the pecking order is kind of assured for now. But you still got to do the business on the field to keep everyone else behind you. And he's also got that option for that sabbatical for a bit of change as well. But yeah, you guys let us know your thoughts. Do you see Richie just coming back and being Razor's top dog? Maybe at the end, the latter period of next year, once he's back from Japan? Or do you think D-Mac's loyalty gets rewarded with some regular game time at 10 for the ABs? You guys let us know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.